Voldemort, the Dark Lord, the one who shall not be named. Voldemort is the main antagonist of the Harry Potter series. I think the movies did a huge disservice to Voldemort. If you've read the books, then you know that Voldemort is way more menacing physically and in his mannerisms. And if you haven't read the books, don't worry, I'll be reading excerpts in this video. So naturally, spoiler warnings for all of the Harry Potter series. But seriously, if you haven't read them, what are you doing? And yes, I did pick the only Harry Potter movie without Voldemort to play in the background. Why did I do this? I don't know. That was fun, but it was way too loud for the audio. For the majority of this video, we're going to be looking at the physical attributes of Voldemort, and we can find those attributes in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Voldemort looked away from Harry and began examining his own body. His hands were like large, pale spiders. His long, white fingers caressed his own chest, his arms, his face. The red eyes, whose pupils were slits like a cat's, gleamed still more brightly through the darkness. In this passage, we read about Voldemort's physical appearance right after he had been transformed from his fetus-like state from Wormtail performing the ceremony. J.K. Rowling is almost describing a creature that is beyond humanity, with long white fingers and eyes whose slits are like a cat's. It's pretty disturbing if you think about it. One of Voldemort's more iconic features is his nose, or lack thereof. It's almost snake-like, with just little slits. It's also very disturbing. We learn more about this also in the Goblet of Fire. He was tall and skeletally thin. His face was withered than a skull, with wide, livid scarlet eyes, and a nose that was as flat as a snake's, with slits for nostrils. This further backs my point that Voldemort has transcended humanity, and is now just an evil being full of rage and hate. We understand why Voldemort has transcended humanity in Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. I, who had gone further than anybody along the path that leads to immortality. That was what you told me, he said. Further than anybody. And I thought I knew what that meant, though the Death Eaters did not. When he was referring to his Horcruxes in the plural, Harry, which I do not believe any other wizard has ever had. Yet it fitted. Lord Voldemort had seemed to grow less human with the passing years, and the transformation he had undergone seemed to me to be only explicable if his soul was mutilated beyond the realms of what we might call unusual evil. I think this quote really confirms my point that Voldemort is a creature at this point. He has mutilated his soul to a point where physically he is beyond a human. He is just an abomination of evil and hatred. One final point that I want to make is the way that Voldemort's death was handled between the books and the movies. In the books, Voldemort dies like any other person. He just falls and hits the ground whenever the spell is repelled back onto him. In the movies, he dissolves like his Horcruxes, and I never really understood why they made that choice. Voldemort has always wanted to be this being beyond human, and giving him a death that was beyond human in the movies just proves him right, that he was always beyond human. But what I love about the books is that he dies like everyone else. He dies just a human, which is all he really was. He wanted to beat death, he wanted to be immortal, but in the end, he was just as mortal as everyone else. To wrap up the video, Voldemort is a being that is beyond humanity. He is rage and anger and hatred incarnate. He is a creature, and I feel like the movies did not portray that as well as the books did. So I hope this gave you a better understanding of who Voldemort really is and what he looks like. Thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. If you enjoyed watching me talk about Voldemort, leaving a like would be incredible. I really want to grow my channel in the future, so subscribing would be a huge help also. I have more content from me linked on screen right now.